Hey Max, guess what day it is?
Wednesday, because we're recording.
Wrong, it's Friday.
Why?
We got paid to do this.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have any extra cash. Where's my cut?
Sorry, dude. We'll talk about that later.
All right, well, I guess who paid us?
You know who? Shotgun Kitchen.
Damn, these guys are killing it with our ad spots.
They are all over us like white on fucking rice, dude.
That's true. Yeah, they were so generous that they brought us back on a Friday. They wanted more content out there, so we're bringing you 2 episodes in a week. Bonus Friday episodes. How you like that shit, motherfuckers?
Hashtag bonus Fridays.
Well, to open up the show, Shotgun Kitchen has generously granted us the rights to play their song for you, Wet for Christ, off of their album White Trash Soul, which you can find on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Reverb Nation, and their Facebook page. Let's take it away.
check it out.
She got wet for Jesus, she got wet for Christ. It washed away the burning from inside. It used to feel naughty, but now it feels nice. She got wet for Jesus, she got wet for Christ. And she went down to the water, put her head under, down to the water, and got wet for Christ. I remember what a Christian marriage counselor said when offering other women some advice. Be like a
And let's just get the ball rolling. Real nice, real smooth, not too hard, not too soft. Let's just get it started real right. Let's just Goldilocks that shit real
Are you
good.
okay? You talking to yourself over there?
Yeah, I'm trying to get in the mindset. You're breaking my concentration. I'm trying to get it not
Whoa.
too hard, not too soft. I want it to Goldilocks.
Just right.
We have to-
Well, we are recording now. We are live.
We are live.
on the air.
I'm just
So
trying to-
stop talking to yourself.
I'm just trying to ease our listeners in. It's been a rough week, and I just want it to be like a smooth experience for everybody.
I appreciate that, and I'm sure they do too.
You know, okay, here's what I'm thinking. I said Goldilocks that shit, and that story's fucking ridiculous.
How so?
There's no reason for it. There's no, like, lesson at the end of the fucking story. There's no point. It's this bitch ate a bunch of shit that wasn't hers, and then she died.
I think that in itself is the lesson.
What's
Don't break into people's houses, and you won't get eaten or
But
shot
it's
or killed.
not like a moral lesson like the 3 pigs and the wolf. That was a lesson.
Where's the lesson there?
Out of darkness and despair, we can rebuild.
I don't think the other pigs didn't rebuild anything. They just moved to their brother's house,
But they've rebuilt spiritually.
I guess.
Yeah.
Together.
Little Red Riding Hood. Don't talk to strangers who look like wolves.
Yeah, or just don't talk to strangers, or invite them into your home.
Did she do that? I don't know. That story's so...
Yeah, she's like, my grandma, your ears got so big. I don't remember you looking that way, but go ahead and come on in my home.
Man, Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Was that a tale, or is that just a song?
It's a song about a tale.
A lamb's tale?
Yes. Yeah.
Ah.
No, it teaches you to, like, take care of animals and people who are less fortunate than you,
Yeah, it teaches you how to shear sheep.
which is a useful skill. But yeah, Goldilocks is probably the worst because there's no lesson. And it's not like, oh, be happy with what you have. It's not, just don't overthink it. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. It's just, she's dead.
This
bitch.
rich bitch over here broke into someone's house and wasn't happy with what other people had.
Yeah, and then they came in and they fucking ate her. Like, that's a legit thing that happened. They fucking...
Well, I guess the moral of the story is she had what was coming to her.
So Goldilocks is actually about how
She's-
bad people...
She's the bad person. in the
Karma.
story.
Goldilocks is about karma.
Yeah.
We cracked the code. And with that, let's start the show.
Let's get into
Welcome
it.
to the show. This is Dish Gods. We are here to dish on anything and everything, as you might have guessed. As always, I'm your host, Max, and I'm joined with
Little Bear.
And we are feeling real good today. We hope you are as well. We're back on a Friday, thanks to the lovely, always talented, always beautiful Shotgun Kitchen. Big thanks for bringing us back on a special bonus episode. We're going to bring a lot of wonderful things to your ears, starting right now. First thing I want to get into, I almost died today.
Whoa! You don't hear that every day. How did you almost die, Max?
There was a bug on my screen door on the inside.
Oh, I thought this was serious.
It is serious. It was huge. It was like a mosquito, but it didn't have a needle.
Oh, yeah. We have those here in Washington. We call those crane flies.
Well, whatever it is, it almost killed me. It would not get off my screen door no matter what I did. I grabbed a stick. I grabbed cardboard. I tried to shoo it away. Nothing worked.
Seriously? Dude, they're like giant, they're like glorified moths.
Moths, oh.
They're just
Did you
attracted
see a
to
moth?
light.
Oh my God,
That's
fucking,
all they want is just the light and the warmth.
That's terrifying, dude. Moths are already terrible, and that crane fly was huge. I thought I was just going to never be able to like open up my fucking screen door again because it was just stuck there.
Well, you're lucky Little Bear's here. So earlier I saw, I didn't know that was such a big thing because before we recorded, I stepped outside to go smoke and I opened your screen door.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, hey, check it out, a crane fly. And I caught it and I just let it go.
Oh, well, thank you. That solves that problem.
Well, you're welcome, I guess. I saved your life.
I guess so. And but I almost died too because there was a spider. Well, you were a witness to this. There's a spider in my
I
apartment.
saved your life twice in one day.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. It was lucky you're here. Yeah, the biggest spider in the planet was in my
about the size
apartment.
of a quarter, everyone.
Bigger than a quarter. Okay, I'd say a silver dollar. This thing
That's an exaggeration.
This thing almost mauled me. It almost maimed me. It was pretty close to my body. And I very well could have been bitten and or poisoned if it weren't for you. So I appreciate you stepping in and crushing it. But
Well, you're welcome.
yeah, it was a close call, folks. I might not have been able to be here today because of that spider.
Well, luckily, it wasn't of the poisonous variety.
You don't know that.
I
All spiders are poisonous.
I do know that.
All spiders carry a poison in them.
Or venom?
It's all the same thing. They're all bugs. They're all bad. They're all gross.
Well, no, there is a difference between poison and venom.
fucking
Thor and Bennery Bill fucking
like okay.
Now you're being culturalist.
You know what? I'm allowed to be whatever I want, but yeah, it just
Is that because you're half black?
yeah. I'm allowed to be. I'm allowed to be whatever I want.
Okay.
I can kind of dip my feet in whatever side of the pool I just feel like.
Whatever is comfortable at the time.
Pretty much. It just got me thinking because you kind of were like, oh yeah, this is just how it is in the summer. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I can't do the bug thing. I don't do bugs or insects, as you were fucking trying to correct me earlier. I just don't do it. I can't do anything that's like I can like count the legs and see the face and do all that. I can't do it. I have a huge phobia of bugs. Like, if you ever want to fuck with me, listeners, like, just give me a fucking worm and I'm out. I'm done. I'm gone.
Well, I think I know what I'm doing for Max this summer. I'm going to capture as
Oh my
many
God.
crane flies that come into my house or by my house. In fact, I'm going to set up like a crane fly feeder. And I'm going to capture as many as I can. And then the next time I come over to see you, I'm going to knock on your door. Be like, hey, man, how's it going? You're going to be like, oh, dude, it's so cool. Today's this and this and that. And then I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And just like dump a box of crane flies in your house.
You're such a caring and loving friend. I
Oh.
so appreciate it.
Thank you.
But moving on, there is something I really want to talk about.
It better be important.
Yo, it's the most important shit you're ever going to hear about in your life. Star Wars Episode 8 teaser trailer dropped. Tell me you looked at that shit. You saw it.
Dude, it showed nothing
Yeah,
about
but
the film.
tell
It
me you
showed-
weren't-
talked about nothing.
Tell me you weren't just like rock hard during the whole 2 minutes.
I was very flaccid.
That like seeing Luke and just like hearing him fucking talk is just like, ugh, getting blood through your veins.
Nah, only when Mark Hamill talks like the Joker do I get like a semi, like I
A chub. You start chubbing.
get a half chub.
But no, I mean,
Other than that, like Luke Skywalker,
oh, okay. I'm not going to get into Luke Skywalker with you, but the movie, you know, I agree. It didn't really show anything. It's just kind of like, let's just be honest here, folks. You're going to see this movie. I don't need to pretend. You don't need to
I
pretend.
mean, honestly, I haven't even seen the other one that came out.
You haven't seen The Force Awakens?
Yeah, the Death Star one,
Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Oh my god, it's on DVD.
I have not seen Rogue One.
I almost
I
picked
saw
it-
The Force Awakens, and that was okay.
I almost picked up Rogue One at the grocery store today. It was only like $20, but I just couldn't bring myself to buy it. I just wasn't in the mood to like see it again because it's so sad. But I'll pick it up and we'll have a Dish Gods movie
How is
night.
it sad?
The ending is really sad.
How so?
People die.
The planet, the one that got blown up.
Yeah, it's sad.
Alderaan.
No, not Alderaan, but good memory. I don't want to spoil it. I'll pick it up on DVD
Oh,
this
go
weekend.
ahead. If you haven't seen the movie by now,
Well, you haven't
seriously?
seen it, but I want to save it. You know,
Rogue One?
Yeah,
No. Wait, a planet gets destroyed in Rogue One?
yeah, a whole different one.
Oh, well, never mind. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll pick it up this weekend. We'll have a Dish Gods movie night. Maybe we'll do like a Mystery Science Theater thing of it, and we'll fucking.
I can get behind that.
Do some
I
commentary.
enjoy that.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm excited for episode 8. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be classy. I think it's going to be exciting. I'm ready. Sign me up.
I'll watch it because
It's Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm not like a big Star Wars boy like you are, but it's an enjoyable franchise. It's fun to watch. You know, it's an escape. It's like, hey, check out this fancy, cool space world, whatever. You know, it's super sci-fi. I can get behind that. I love sci-fi shit.
Yeah.
So regardless of any like crazy SJWs out there like trying to put their political agenda on a fucking movie
About space aliens.
about space aliens, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I'll enjoy a movie for it just being a movie.
Right on. Yeah, we'll have a movie night. We'll talk about it. But speaking of the grocery store, so there's another grocery store, and while I was there, I kind of had a little issue.
When don't you have, dude? You have issues like. You're like a young version of George. You're like George Costanza if he had hair. That's like you're a young George Costanza.
Yeah, pretty much.
You have fucking problems with everything.
It's not a problem. It's more of like a inconvenience, if you will.
Question, comment, concern.
Yeah. So I'm at the grocery store, right? And I've got this. I had a rough day, so I was getting some
Shocking.
emotional crutches, as it were, and
Dunkaroos, potato chips, and
just-
soda.
and hummus. I don't drink soda, mind you. I got to keep this body tight somehow. But I had some not so great stuff, and I've got my little fucking basket, and I'm walking. I'm getting ready to I'm heading my way towards the checkout line. And I see the most beautiful, amazing girl that I've ever seen in my life, and I was just like, man, I wish I could go up and say something to her. But I didn't have any thoughts in my head at the time. I didn't know.
Was it like one of those girls that you see that's so beautiful that when you see her you can't really say anything but just make the expression for pain? Where you're like,
no.
was it like that?
Not that bad, but she was beautiful. She looked like the kind of girl that I would definitely cook a meal for.
Okay.
And not even trying to be like a douche, but I cook breakfast for her. But I'd make her dinner.
Classy.
For sure.
Very
Yeah.
classy.
But it kind of got me thinking. I thought we could talk about this on the show because I'm sure some of our listeners run into this. Is like, when you're at a bar or you're at a club or someplace like that, it's like it's more socially acceptable to go up and start a random conversation with somebody you don't know. But what
yeah,
about,
I mean that's like the scene. You're at a bar, you kind of, hey, how's it going? This and
Yeah.
that.
Oh, hey,
everyone's
stranger.
been drinking for the
Yeah.
most part, unless you're straight edge or you don't drink and you're at a bar.
you're at one of
which
those
is-
straight edge bars.
right. Anyway, continue.
But it got me thinking, Little Bear's kind of a pimp. He's kind of like
yeah, right.
a player, if you will. let's we've talked about flirting with women before, about complimenting them on scarves and gloves and things like that. What's like a good way to approach somebody in a setting that you normally shouldn't, like, quote unquote, shouldn't approach a woman and be like, oh, hey, how's it going?
Well, personally, I feel there isn't too many public situations. Like, I mean, if you're at a grocery store or something, I feel like there really isn't too many situations where you really shouldn't approach someone.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely. I mean, there's always a time to strike, but it's
Yeah, I mean,
definitely
obviously,
less-
if you're in the bathroom, you don't really want to be talking to someone or approach somebody. But, I mean, if you're at a grocery store and
Hey,
you,
I hear you're.
I know
I know you're up at the
it just-
urinal here, like.
basically, it's like, hey, I see, hey, wow, you're getting this, or you have this.
Oh, tampons, huh?
Yeah,
I
that
get it.
time of the month, huh?
I see. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know how to tell. Maybe you could take a look for me. There's your line.
I guess there's your line of when not to talk to somebody.
No, that's a good line. It's like, hey, I see you're grabbing tampons. Me too. Something's going on down there. You look like you know what you're talking
I
about.
mean, she's either going to assume two things. She's going to assume, one, you have a girlfriend, or two, your ass is bleeding.
Or 3, you're transvestite. Is that okay to say? Am I allowed to say
Trans?
transvestite?
Trans. Are you trans? Or pre-op? Post-op?
I don't.
I
think
don't
so.
know the proper terminology
Okay.
here.
I apologize if transvestite is offending.
Yeah, we don't
anybody.
want to purposely
Yeah.
offend
That's
anyone
just,
here.
That's
We're
just
just
the
honestly
scientific term,
confused.
as far as I'm concerned. I'll just say trans, but if it is okay, tweet at us. Let us know.
Yeah, hey,
Um.
good talking point.
Yeah.
Let us know
But-
what is appropriate and what is not appropriate.
Yeah. We're always trying to be a little more PC around here.
Trying.
But it's just like I thought about doing like they'll fake out being like, oh, hey, Misty, is that you? I haven't seen you since high school. How are you? And be like, oh, you're not Misty. I'm sorry. You look so much like this pretty friend I have.
That
Pardon me.
that could work. I mean, it's a great opener.
Yeah.
It
But
gets
then-
her
but
it gets
where
her
you-
attention.
But where do you go from that? After she's like, no, I'm not Misty. I don't know who the fuck you are. Then you're like, oh, sorry about that. Let's go grab some dinner.
You could be
How
like,
do you
hey,
where's the bridge there?
now you just want to bridge that gap. Now that's where you come in. That's where it comes into going, like, hey, I saw you were buying this, or what brings you to the store today?
Oh my God.
You just
I don't work there, dude. I don't care why she's there. I just care about her leaving with me.
obviously, but you have to make it seem like you're trying to engage with this person.
Oh, hey, you're at Target
Stop
today?
stop trying to be so self-centered.
I'm
It's
not self-centered. You make me sound like a sociopath. I'm not a sociopath, okay? I'm just
that's what they all say.
I'm just trying to devise a plan that will work for every single person I ever have a chance of meeting.
So this is Max's 10 ways to lose a date
Oh God, we
before you lost a date.
got to come up with 10 of them. Holy shit!
Well, no. We don't have to come up with 10. This is what I'm going to name. I'm writing a book about this now.
Okay.
And I'm going to call it 10 ways for Max to lose a date.
My friend Max is an undiagnosed sociopath.
Yeah.
This is how he
without
loses dates.
actually coming up with 10 ways.
Okay.
It's
And it
just
just rambles.
It's
It's an
one
arbitrary
of those
number.
things. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Hey, welcome to. I see you're at Target. Are you buying some thongs or anything like that?
No, hang on. So I got to stop you for a second. Thongs. When you say thongs,
Yeah.
this was a huge issue for me
Okay.
when
Growing up, you were wearing thongs wrong
growing up in Hawaii, I wore slippers.
and thongs.
Slippers are what you wear on your feet
Mm-hmm.
outdoors, and they have a prong that go in between your big toe
Yeah.
and your
index toe.
index toe.
Flip flops.
Flip-flops, slippers.
No, because slippers are the fuzzy things you wear. inside your
Exactly, and
house.
that's what all you Howleys set up here in Washington State. So at school, we had a wear slippers to school day.
That must
so
be confusing.
It was very confusing. So I show up wearing what you people up here call thongs or, quote, flip-flops. And everyone looked at me and they're like, "Why are you wearing thong right now? Why are you wearing thong?" And I was like, "Thongs are what girls wear."
Yeah.
It's like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "No, we're wearing slippers." I'm like, "I am wearing slippers. Why are you wearing bedtime shoes?" You know? And like they're all wearing like panda heads and like tigers and things like that, and I'm
Yeah.
wearing like bare feet and fucking slippers.
Yeah.
And they call them slippers because when they get wet, your feet slip in and
Now
out
they
of
call
them.
flip flops because of the noise that they make.
Yeah.
They go flip, flip, flip. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a lot of good. That was some good Foley work that we just did. Very
But yeah, that was a very
Rough.
confusing time for me in
Yeah,
my
sounds like
life.
you had
Was
a rough
adjusting to
childhood.
your Howley culture up here.
Don't say it's my culture. I'm not from here, dude. Like you're more from.
You're
here
from the
than I am.
mainland, so in Hawaii, anything in the contiguous 48 is considered Howley.
All right, well, whatever. I'll be a Howley if it means that I don't have to call my shoes thongs. Thongs are what you wear when you got to floss your butt. Okay, that's just how
Yeah,
it works.
I concur.
Flip flops.
Slippers.
Oh my god. All right, we're not going to debate this. We have to get back to the matter at hand of meeting. I want to come up. Okay, we're an advice podcast for the next 5 minutes. I want to
Okay.
come up with something usable that our listeners and I and you can use if you bump into somebody in the real world in a place that you normally wouldn't approach somebody random.
Engage somebody.
Yeah.
Are they wearing something visible that you can
Something
see?
visible? I think so.
I mean,
I
like,
think they're
like,
visible.
are they wearing a brand name? Are they wearing a band name?
Okay, let's make it as difficult as possible.
All right,
They're
all
wearing plain clothes. Nothing that you can remark upon.
Black tee and blue jeans.
Yeah, you can't be like, "Oh, hey, Led Zeppelin. I love that band. We should go see them. I think they're coming."
Okay,
Oh.
so you're in a grocery store, like you said.
Okay.
She's wearing a black tee and blue jeans
And no items yet.
and no visible thong.
Okay. No visible thong, but she also has no grocery items. I want to keep this as like concrete as possible. Like tabula rasa this shit. Clean slate. You have nothing that you can just be like, "Oh, it's Crest toothpaste? Yeah, I brush my teeth too sometimes." Like
Okay, so we're gonna have to just take this back to basics then. Square
Okay.
one. What you do?
so you can do the fake friend.
You
Let's
can
say
either do the fake friend, like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I thought you were someone else,"
Mhm.
or you can do the fake bump into.
Oh, where you like shove her on the ground. You're like, "Oh, excuse
Well, according,
me."
yeah, if since Max is a sociopath, he wants to accost someone and push them onto the
Yeah,
ground,
so I can demonstrate my value and
Right.
heal them.
and about how powerful you are.
yeah, I'm strong, bitch. I can push you on the ground.
Watch out! Don't fucking double cross me. No.
Okay, so you can bump into
So
somebody.
yeah, just so say you're walking, you're pushing your cart,
Yeah.
and you know they're there. So you're pretending to look at the items
sound
in the
effects.
cooler or on the aisle shelf,
Looking
and
at
you
the items in
you
the
just what the fuck are you mumbling about over there?
I'm providing sound effects over
You're-
your work.
You're looking at the aisle and you see all the items on the shelf,
Looking at
and
the
you
items on the
gently
shelf, pushing my car.
bump. Fuck you, Max.
Okay.
You gently bump into them.
Okay.
You don't shove them on the ground.
Yeah,
and
just
you
a
don't-
light
you're
tap.
not you're not a fucking linebacker and you're not tackling them to the ground.
Yeah.
You gently bump their cart,
Yeah.
and you
Little
go,
love tap.
"Oh, excuse me, I didn't see you there." And that's a way to just engage,
Yeah.
You're not
But where do you go from there? We've got the engagement part down. Step 2. What do you do?
say?
Yeah.
That's all situational at that point.
We're in one
Every
specific
situation
scenario.
is different.
Yeah.
You can't
Oh,
there's
I see
no-
you're wearing thongs on your feet. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, you could just say anything. Like, you just look at the aisle that you're in and
Mm-hmm.
be like, "Oh, like, say you're at like,
You're
your
in the pasta aisle.
pasta, or you're grabbing a beer,
Mm-hmm.
and next across is like Mexican food,
This
like
is a
tortillas, and
really good
chips or
plotted
whatever,
out store.
and you're like, "Hey, look." You're like, "Oh, is there a party going on? Are you trying to buy chips? Like, what's going on? Or like, what brings you into the store today?"
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things. It's all situational. You can't have something for everybody.
I think we
They're
should.
not. It's not a one size fits all.
I think we should start going out into the real world and try to pick up women because I think we'd be terrible at it.
Yeah, horrible.
Like,
I mean,
oh,
it
excuse me, miss. I see you're in the cereal aisle. Is there a party going on?
it took me. Excuse me. God, hiccups again. it took me 6 months to get my girlfriend, my current girlfriend,
Mhm.
which I've been dating for 5.5 years now.
That's 5.5 years longer than you've been sober.
Yes, it is.
Wait, I said that wrong.
No, you didn't. It started with her.
Okay.
Anyway, it took me 6 months of like talking to her and like basically like being like, so I'm going out to this place tonight. Do you want to come? And she would always be like, no. Oh, I'm going out with some friends from work. Do you want to come with us? No. 6 months straight of just this. Do you want to come? Do you want to come? Do you want to? And then finally, one night, she was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll go with you. 6 months.
And that one night changed everything.
Yep. So
5 years later, they're getting ready to have a kid. Mazel tov. And with that, let's go to a commercial break. And when we come back, we'll have much more good shit to talk about. Thanks for sticking around.
a huge thank you again to Shotgun Kitchen for sponsoring this episode and many other episodes of Dish Gods. You heard, once again, Wet for Christ.
Off their album White Trash Soul, which you can find on YouTube, iHeartRadio, and Reverb Nation. If you'd like to find out more about the band and all of its wonderful members, hop on their Facebook page, facebook.com/Shotgun Kitchen, for all of their tour dates. They're having a show up in Snoqualmie. All the information will be on our Facebook page, as well as theirs.
Yeah, and guess what? If you would like to know more about us, find us at www.dishgodscast.com.
You can also hit us up on Twitter at DishGods or send us an email at dishgodshow@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from our listeners.
And it doesn't have to be positive. It can be positive or negative. If you have something, you know what, you want to tell us to fuck off, you don't like our show, send it in. We love to read hate mail.
If you have something irreverent to say, we'd love to read that as well. In fact, we have an email just like that. Let's go read that right now. Thanks for sticking around. We did it.
What do we do this time?
We cracked the code.
The Da Vinci Code?
Yes, and we got an email.
Oh, whoa. We never get those.
We got an actual email from a real live person.
Like a listener?
A listener, an avid listener is what they say.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah, so this comes from somebody whose name and email address I will not say to help protect your anonymity,
Anonymity.
but I will call you Baby Feet.
Okay. Baby
Just
feet.
'cause, I'm not gonna read the whole thing because it's a little wordy, but I just want to like touch on a few things.
Let's get the core of this email.
Yeah, because it kind of sounds like what I imagine a person having a fever dream drinking absinthe would sound like.
I'm already into this.
So let me just get my email reading voice on. If souls exist, could you sell it?
Ooh.
If you sold your soul, would the person who bought it have the right to control the person who sold it? Could you really ever own another person's soul, or is it more like intellectual property? Well, I'm going to answer that one right here because we had slaves, so I'm pretty sure it's the same thing.
Kind of, but you're not really owning the person. You're owning
Their
part
essence.
Yeah.
So, I mean, slaves were just owning the whole package. If you own the essence, then
Yeah,
it's
but
like
you didn't own their soul, though. And that's different.
debatable. Who would buy another person's soul? I'll just say like anybody who's got the cash.
Yeah. I mean, I would. I mean, if I had the money,
Like, what would you do with it?
use it for like other purposes.
Well, they get into that.
or like, you know, like if I had if someone
if
else's
I had
soul-
a soul,
if I had a soul, I would buy someone else's to fill the void in my life of my soulless life. But
I feel it.
continue.
how much would it cost to buy a soul?
$500.
If you own two souls, could you change them?
Like
I
are they
assume they mean
interchangeable?
exchange. Yeah.
Like,
could you like
I don't
switch
feel
one
like
out?
having mine today. I'm going to use this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Greg's.
Yeah, maybe.
have one soul for good and one soul for sin, and then when you died, you could be judged for the good one. Well, that just sounds.
But think about this, though. If you were to interchange souls, then it wouldn't be you that day. It would be the other person.
Yeah.
Because that essence is still that person. So now it's just you're basically being possessed by this other person, and they could take your soul and sell it on the free market, and now they got a vessel, and they're just free to go to do whatever they want with your body.
I am not high enough to be on the same level as this email. This is where it kind of gets fucking crazy. There are sites where you can indeed sell your soul. You can sell it on eBay, though. It appears that Satan has a website, and souls range from like $5 to $3,000. That seems kind of low for a soul price cap.
Hey, some people need cash, and they need it now.
You can get additional perks like immortality or other add-ons.
Wait, can you add that like on the website? Like, hey, this soul grants immortality?
Apparently.
Or is it if you collect enough souls?
I don't think it's like a video game. I just don't. What's the fucking website? Like Etsy?
Probably.
You can buy souls on Etsy.
Yeah, but then you'd have to put them in like a fancy mason jar with like
What
some
would a soul
ribbon
usually come
around
in?
it. I don't know.
Like a
shoebox.
vial? Or like can souls be contained in cardboard boxes? I would feel like there'd need to be glass at least.
Well, yeah, you gotta like doll it up a little bit. You gotta make it look. Well, you gotta doll it up a little bit, you know.
How so?
You know, like I said, put it in a fancy mason jar. Put the mason jar in a wicker basket with like that Easter egg kind of nest looking stuff. And then put like a ribbon around the top of the jar. And yeah, just kind of make it look fancy.
Well, it continues on, and it says,
obviously the jar is empty because you can't capture a soul.
according to this, you can just buy it on a website that's run by Satan
Satan
himself
or herself.
That's what it says. And then it goes, if you're immortal, why would you need a soul? It would be a bit like not being invited to the greatest party, a party that lasts for eternity, and you can only watch, never enter, based on when Jesus returns. Now that's some bullshit. Would you risk selling your soul? If so, how much? Let's just focus on the last little bit here. Thank you so much, listener, Baby Feet, for Baby Feet and Baby Hands. I didn't even get that connection. That name just popped in my head. Yeah, well, thank you, Baby Feet. No insult intended. Thank you for your email. I'm glad that you were able to enjoy a nice bottle of absinthe whilst composing this email. Looks like you really enjoyed yourself, and I'm glad you thought of us during your time chug-a-lugging off of that bottle. So
hey, absinthe is good stuff, by the way.
It's good stuff, but you know.
Have you ever had absinthe?
I've had like the tiniest little bit of it ever.
Okay. Well,
I didn't have enough to like have a fucking full body experience, but
no, honestly, absinthe is just really high proof alcohol.
yeah.
And that's it. It's delicious. It tastes like black licorice, so if you like licorice,
But if
then-
you drink it right, then you get to see some shit.
yeah, I guess. But yeah, what would you do with your soul, Max?
If I had a soul, it would.
If you
I
had
mean,
a soul.
that's the thing is like there's like so
Do
many.
you have a soul?
That's the thing is like you can't define a soul, and then like there are so many parameters that have to be set. What's the soul's function? You know, how exactly does the soul operate? If you have a soul, can you die? If you don't have a soul, can you still die? Like, what's the deal?
Yeah, you can. So okay, so let me just lay this out. Right now.
set the parameters for me, please.
So, Little Bear here, personal beliefs, not anybody else's. This is just Little Bear's thoughts. Little Bear believes that everything has a soul. Every living thing has a soul.
trees,
Trees,
corn.
people.
You think the people in corn have souls? Really?
Yeah.
Even the dude that sold his soul to Jesus?
But you're thinking of soul in the wrong context that I am.
Okay.
Because soul to me is just energy.
Okay.
It's not what you're thinking is you're thinking of the Hollywood version of a soul, whereas if someone dies, you see their apparition rising out of their body, and you go, "Oh, that's a soul," and they go, "Oh, I'm here. Whoa, that's crazy. I'm dead." No, a soul is
Can you
essentially
just be that person?
like,
I like
whoa,
that guy.
man. No, a soul is literally just energy. Think of it like a fusion core
Okay.
for a human body.
Yeah, it's like a battery.
Yeah, it's just a battery, and
It's like the shit
it's like the battery that never dies.
it's like
Because your human vessel, the skin, flesh, bone, body, whatever, can die, but this battery never ever dies.
Like, let's say your heart is your physical battery, and then
Uh-huh.
your soul is like your ephemeral battery.
Yes.
That's your kind of side of it, right?
Yes. So when you die, energy has to go somewhere. Energy has been scientifically proven to never. You can't destroy it. It always just turns into something else.
Yeah.
So when you die, energy leaves your body and it just goes elsewhere.
Well,
And it either joins something or it becomes something.
based on that, would you sell your soul?
Would I sell my energy? Maybe, for the right price.
How much? Would it change based on who you're selling it to?
No, but
Let's say
it could change based on who it's or what it's going to join.
let's say I wanted to buy your soul
Uh-huh.
because I wanted to do real dirty shit to it.
Okay.
How much?
I can get behind that. $10 million.
10 million?
10 million.
They go for 3,000 on the
10 million.
Satans.com.
You heard me. Did I fucking stutter?
A little bit.
$10 million.
Oh, that was clean and crispy. Thank you
Yeah.
for enunciating.
You're welcome.
You know what? We could talk about souls all day. I think we should save it for a time where we're smoking a little kush. We're getting a little.
Hey, you
little
know what's coming
toasty.
up, though?
The holiest
420's
of
coming
holy
up.
days. I know, and you know what? 420 happens to land on.
The day our episode drops.
Actually, no. It comes out. 420 lands on the day that we record.
Oh, snap. Even better.
So maybe we'll pump out something special for you guys.
We'll play Who's High. Guess what? It's both of us.
There is one more thing I wanted to get into before we close out the episode.
Uh-huh.
You kind of brought this to my attention, and I think it might be interesting to talk about the Facebook Live killer guy
Yeah.
who has the dumbest fucking name on the
Steve
fucking planet.
Stevenson.
Which I just want to elaborate.
Even
This guy's
Stevens.
whole fucking name, his birth name is 99.9 fucking percent Steven Stevens. That it's no wonder this dude grew up to murder people because his parents fucking hated him because they named him Steven Stevens. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. How fucking, oh my God. I feel bad for this guy that he had to go through life with that fucking name.
I mean, did you see the picture of him, though? He
Yeah.
does not look like your average killer.
No, he looks like a normal, upstanding dude.
Yeah, he looks like an average, everyday black man.
Well, I don't see why we had to throw black in there.
Well, I mean, he is
Black.
He is black.
But, I mean, yeah, no, I feel it. Yeah, he looks like a normal dude. He doesn't look like what you'd expect from a Facebook killer.
Yeah, you'd expect either a totally twacked out tweaker person, or on the other end of the spectrum, a totally thugged out,
No, not even. I was thinking of a guy from
he's-
Saw, like a weird
like Jigsaw,
like
like
a-
cancer patient.
either crazy or just some fucking Christian Grey looking motherfucker who's just oh, I'm so rich, I just get off on killing people on Facebook Live.
I could see that.
That's who I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be some fucking
The real
Enron.
question is, dude, I love watching stuff like this. I mean, don't get me
Really?
wrong.
You watch those videos? Like the cop
snuff
killing videos and
videos
stuff like
and stuff?
that? Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty interesting.
Interesting or horny?
Not horny. That's gross.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
You sounded pretty you're
Well, yeah, I get riled up because they're just so interesting. One, why did someone record this? Is it for a personal gain? Did
Well,
they
okay.
want to purposely send it to the public?
I'm gonna get a little conspiracy theorist on you
Okay.
for a second,
Let's
okay?
hear it.
How convenient is it that there was that whole rash of police murders last year, right? There was a good 5 months where it was just every other week there was a cop that killed
Yeah.
somebody, right?
Yeah.
Or vice versa. how convenient is it that like there was always somebody recording and they always had a perfect angle
Of the cops shooting someone?
of the whole situation. Like whatever needed to be seen, it was being filmed. Like little
So you
convenient.
think all
right?
that was set up now?
Okay, now I'm not gonna do some Sandy Hook bullshit. I'm like, oh, they're all actors and shit. But it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't totally believe it, but it's just a theory. I'm not saying like nobody was killed or nobody was wrongly killed. But what I'm saying is, it is a little strange that like all of these murders happen and people are just like, oh, I'm filming, and I'm capturing everything just right. There's never a quick cut. There's no quick jumps. It's not like pan over quickly because holy shit, I didn't know he was shooting him.
The thing is they're recording from the second the cops show up on the scene. Because no bullshit. Anytime a cop like pulls me over,
Yeah.
or a cop approaches me and wants to talk to me, I immediately pull out my phone and I'm like, "You're being recorded right now."
Well, I guess
Like,
this
I
as
don't
a
fuck around either.
as a black citizen of America, I guess I just don't feel the paranoia against cops like you Wilos do.
Oh, thanks for that.
But yeah, no, I mean,
But no, I've been
so you watch those? You watch those videos though?
Yeah, and I have been waiting since day one, since I saw on my phone the last update that Facebook came out with on my phone, and they said, "Hey, by the way, check out this new button we have. You can go live and show all your friends what you're doing right now." And I was like, not my first thought. It was like my second
Oh,
thought.
I'm gonna kill somebody on that.
It was my second thought. I'm like, somebody's gonna turn this on and fucking kill someone on Facebook.
What was your first thought?
I'm gonna wave my dick on the camera. that was my first thought.
I'm gonna helicopter.
I'm gonna
for
helicopter all my friends. My
Okay.
second thought
That's
was
a reasonable
my
first thought.
second thought was someone's gonna pull a Saw move and do like that on Facebook Live.
Yeah, I'm a
Because
little.
I mean, how many horror movies have you seen where they're like, "I'm gonna broadcast this live on the internet and everyone's gonna watch."
yeah.
you
ISIS
know,
fucking
and,
did
you know,
that first. honestly.
It happens,
Yeah.
and now look, it already happened.
I'm a little disappointed, honestly, that this didn't go some like Zodiac killer shit route, and it was like, oh well, I killed him, but like you have to follow my IP address, and it leads you to a funky ass warehouse in the bayou, and then like there's like a worldwide manhunt, and he's on the FBI's most wanted, and it's just like
Nope, he's in Detroit.
it's like yeah, I'm gonna shoot this guy. What up? Hashtag bullets in the fucking face. Boom. Like it was. I'm a little bummed out that it didn't get a little more conceptual. But
Well,
you know,
shocking. He's from Detroit, so
some people just lack the vision to be creative murderers. You know what I mean?
or creative in general.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I just would, I would have liked to see a little more effort involved. I would have liked to see maybe a little bit more with, a concept, a storyline, anything to show me that like he cares.
Yeah.
You know what I
Why are you killing this person?
Yeah. Why are you
Give us
killing
the
him?
backstory before you put a bullet in his head.
Yeah, you're on Facebook Live. There's no time limit. Like, tell your story, bro.
Yeah, it's not like the guy you're gonna kill is gonna go going anywhere. He's not gonna run out the door,
Yeah, it's not like he's got anywhere to be
right?
except for heaven. Oh.
Ooh, zinger.
With that, I think we should probably call it an episode before we say something that is actually terrible.
Yeah, something that's too offensive.
So yeah, but thank you for listening to our program. This has been Dish Gods. We have successfully dished on anything and everything.
Literally today, yes.
Yeah. So thank you to the to Baby Feet for emailing us in. If you would like a shout out, email us in. Give us a name to use. Give us an alias. We can use a real name if you want. Just let us know. You can also hit us up on Twitter, and we will spread the love as much as we can. Yeah, but big thank you to Shotgun Kitchen for sponsoring another episode. You heard their song Wet for Christ off of their album White Trash Soul at the top of the episode. You can hear that song and others like it on YouTube, Reverb Nation, and iHeartRadio. You can also find more information about them on their Facebook page, facebook.com/Shotgun Kitchen. If you'd like to know more about us, visit our website, dishgodscast.com, or send us an email at dishgodshow@gmail.com. Any closing thoughts, Little Bear?
No, just I have to say again, thank you, Shotgun Kitchen, for giving us the time or money to come back and record again on a Friday to bring all our listeners a special episode.
Yeah.
The hashtag Bonus Friday.
Hashtag Bonus Friday. So thanks for sticking around, and we will see you all bright and early next week. Keep it sleazy.